How many times did it happen to you to be in a great location but without all your photography gear? You want to take long exposure photos, but you can't. For instance, last week I had friends visiting from the US. We went to the Cinque Terre, but I couldn't bring my camera bag. But I brought this little tripod, this iPhone holder, and I used the new app. Have a look at these photos. In the past, in situations like this, I would use the live mode of my iPhone to create long exposure photos, but with a lot of limitations and very little personal satisfaction. Well, now there is another option. There is a brand new app. It's called 𝗓𝗪𝗀 by Reflex that will allow you to take long exposure photos in RAW. Yes, in RAW. Today I am in this lovely spot between Moneglia and Riva Trigoso in Liguria, but I didn't bring my main camera, I didn't bring my favorite lens, and I didn't bring any of my neutral density filters, because today we're going to try long exposure photography just with an iPhone. Before taking some photos, let's have a look at how this app works. First of all, as I mentioned before, this app can shoot in RAW, producing a full 12-bit DNG file that, as any other DSLR or mirrorless RAW file, can be easily edited in Lightroom. Pretty cool. As you can see, it is possible to manually control the ISO, the shutter speed, the focus, and the white balance. The fastest shutter speed you can achieve is 1 second, and up to 2 hours you will not need a remote shutter release, as you can actually control your shutter length directly from your iPhone. And there is also a bulb mode for longer exposures. The app offers a few exposure guides as well. You can see the focus peaking, the histogram, and the zebra stripes. Talking about long exposures, there are two main modes: motion blur and light trails. The motion blur mode is perfect to be used in our traditional long exposure photography when there are cloud movements or water, like in this case. While the light trails mode is ideal to be used at night for star trails or any other light trails. In both cases, the app will take multiple photos for the duration of your exposures, and by stacking them together, it will create your long exposure image. So you will not need any neutral density filters. The app also has a timer for the shutter delay, or if you have an Apple Watch like me, you can control the shutter button directly from your watch. A very cool feature of this app is that in the settings you can create a backup of all your images, which will be saved on your iPhone files folder. And another very cool feature is that this app has been created by 3 Italian guys, and as you can imagine, I am biased for these kind of things. Today I will be using my iPhone 11 Pro, and unfortunately I won't be able to use the ultra-wide lens, because in order to take an ultra-wide shot in RAW, you will need at least an iPhone 12. It is what it is. And although Reflex offers iPhone lenses, today I only want to use the native lenses available on my iPhone, as I want to limit the photography gear that I'm using, since this is the purpose of this video. For my first composition, I like to use these rocks in the foreground, and that rock formation will be my background. It is 8:18. We do have some clouds. Golden hour will start very soon. Maybe we will even get a few colors. And this is the view that you will see. Let's frame the shot. I like to use the rule of third, and the horizon line will be positioned on the second line so that 1/3 of the shot will be the sky. It is recommended to use the lowest ISO possible, so I set my ISO at ISO 36. My first shot will be 1 minute. Let's take another shot where I will slightly change my composition and my exposure length as well. I am moving my composition. Love those clouds in the background, but I want to emphasize these rocks right in the foreground. There might be some colors. And this time I will go a little longer, maybe 3 minutes. As the clouds are very, very pretty, I want to now put the horizon in the center of my frame, and I like the 3 minutes exposure. But this time, as I forgot before, I want to activate my exposure using my watch. Awesome. The light is turning really, really pretty, so I want to recompose my first shot, giving a little more space to the sky. There is a little pink that I hope I will be able to capture. I think 3 minutes is the right exposure length for this water movement. I can't believe that with less than $5 you can get such a tool and forget about all your photography gear. It's tempting, but trust me, I will not get rid of my neutral density filters. I will keep on taking my photos in a traditional way, but I might add this tool in my long exposure photography workflow. I'll be very curious to compare the results of this app with the results that my main camera, my main DSLR can bring. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a side-by-side comparison video. I might be able to arrange this in the future. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.